Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Monday. We got 9 matchups on this NBA slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And you guys already know if you guys like betting on NBA player props, go ahead and sign up with ParlayPlay in the description below. And yeah, hopefully you get some nice wins on there. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Pretty busy slate today. 9 matchups. Starting with the Atlanta Hawks versus the Indiana Pacers. Hawks opening up as 7-point road favorites with the over-under at 235. The last 3 head-to-head, Atlanta is 3-0, 2-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in each of the last 3 matchups. No Malcolm Brogdon for the Pacers. Atlanta 6-4 in their last 10. Coming off a nice Warriors win. They did beat the Pacers by 3 in their last meeting. Pacers, they're on a 3-game losing streak right now. Just 3-7 in their last 10. Atlanta, just 3-9 covering the spread. Haven't been able to cover the spread. And they're 1-7 covering on the road. Indiana 1-5 covering the spread. Both teams can't cover the spread. So the 7-point spread, I'm staying away from that spread. I just don't like it. I do like the Hawks to win on the road, but maybe take a shot on one of the spreads, but neither team can cover. Not in love with it there. Gonna take the Hawks on the road. Next matchup, we have the Denver Nuggets versus the Charlotte Hornets. Denver opening up as 3.5-point road favorites with the over-under at 231.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Denver 6-4, 4-6 covering the spread. The overs hit in 7 out of the last 10 matchups. Denver 5-5 in their last 10. Charlotte 7-3 in their last 10 on a 2-game winning streak. Coming off a nice win against the Nets and the Jazz here. Denver, they've been good against Charlotte though. 5-1 against Charlotte. 7-1 on the road. Getting it done on the road here. Charlotte 6-2 covering the spread. 7-1 in their last 8. Yeah, Charlotte playing good basketball here. They're just a hard team to trust, man. I like Denver. I know they've been playing good here. They've gotten some good wins against Brooklyn and Utah. Denver kind of struggling. I wouldn't say struggling, but they've been on and off here. I like Denver on the road. I'm taking Denver spread and Nuggets on the road. Next matchup, we have the Orlando Magic versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavs opening up as a 9.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 215. The last 10 head-to-head, the Magic are 8-2, 6-4 covering the spread. The overs hit in 2 out of the last 10 matchups. No real major injuries here. Orlando on a 2-game winning streak. They're 4-6 in their last 10. Cleveland on a 3-game losing streak. They're 4-6 in their last 10 as well. Yeah, Orlando, surprisingly, they've been really good against Cleveland, but just 5-13 on the road. Not a good road team. I like the Cavs. I'm not in love with the spread. I think the Magic could possibly cover that pretty much 10-point spread here. But I do like the Cavs to pick up a nice win at home. So rolling with the Cavs and then be cautious with that very high spread. Next matchup, we have the Boston Celtics versus the Toronto Raptors. Toronto opening up as 3.5-point home favorites with the over-under at 217.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Boston 7-3, 6-4 covering the spread. The overs hit in 4 out of the last 10 matchups. I do see no Al Horford or Reggie Williams for Boston. Jason Tatum is questionable, so be sure to check his status. Boston 9-1 in their last 10. They're on a 6-game winning streak right now. Toronto 8-2 in their last 10. They're on a 2-game winning streak. Yeah, Boston 5-1 covering the spread, 8-0 covering the spread on the road against Toronto. Toronto 8-2 covering the spread. Both teams playing great here. This one's pretty simple for me. As long as Jason Tatum's playing for the Celtics, I like Celtics plus 3.5. But if he does happen to be out, we'll take the Raptors at home. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Bulls versus the New York Knicks. Bulls opening up as 5-point road favorites with the over-under at 223.5. The last 3 head-to-head, the Bulls are 2-1. 2-1 covering the spread. The over's hit in 1 out of the last 3 matchups. Chicago 4-6 in their last 10. Knicks 6-4 in their last 10. Knicks on a 3-game winning streak right now. Looking pretty good this last week. Chicago 1-9 covering on the road. Not in love with that. Knicks 1-8 covering at home. Both teams struggling covering right now. The Knicks are just so hard to trust here. I know they're on a 3-game winning streak here, but I just think it's a prime spot for the Knicks to potentially just let you down here. I don't know. I feel like the spread's feels like a trap. 5 points seems kind of good for the Knicks, but I like the Bulls to win on the road. I'm probably not in love with that spread, but I like the Bulls to win here. I just think the Bulls can get back on track. Knicks, a pretty unreliable team. And yeah, I'm going to take the Bulls on the road. Next matchup, we have the Sacramento Kings versus the Miami Heat. The Heat opening up as 13-point home favorites with the over-under at 219.5. The last 10 head-to-head, Sacramento is 6-4, 7-3 covering the spread. The over's hit in 6 out of the last 10 matchups. No De'Aaron Fox for the Kings. I do see Tyler Herro is questionable. Sacramento on a 2-game winning streak, 3-7 in their last 10. Miami on a 4-game losing streak right now. They've been struggling here. Sacramento just 2-17 on the road against Miami. They just can't beat Miami. Miami 0-7 covering the spread, 0-6 covering at home. Yeah, look, I think it's a great spot for Miami to get a bounce back win off 4 consecutive losses. Staying away from the spread, I think the Kings could potentially cover with how bad Miami's been covering the spread. So be cautious with that spread. Maybe take the Kings plus the points, but I do like the Heat to win this game at home against the struggling Kings team. Next matchup, we have the Golden State Warriors versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies opening up as 10.5-point home favorites with the over-under at 223. The last 10 head-to-head, Memphis 6-4, 6-4 covering the spread. The over's hit in 2 out of the last 10 matchups. I do see no Klay Thompson, no Draymond Green, or Otto Porter Jr. for this matchup. Still no John Morant, but they've been better without John Morant, which is crazy. Warriors just 1-5 in their last 6. Memphis on a 4-game winning streak right now, coming off a nice Bucks win. They're playing good basketball. Yeah, too many people out for the Warriors. Pretty much all their starters are out. Memphis 7-0 at home. Even without John Morant, this team has just been electric and awesome. Give me Grizzlies at home. Little cautious of that 10-point spread. Maybe find a way to lower it, but we're taking Grizzlies at home here. Next matchup, we have the San Antonio Spurs versus the Houston Rockets. Spurs opening up as 6.5-point road favorites with the over-under at 237.5. The last 10 head-to-head, the Spurs 6-4, 7-2-1 covering the spread. The over's hit in 3 out of the last 10 matchups. No major injuries here. Spurs 6-4 in their last 10. Houston 4-6 in their last 10. Houston coming off 2 back-to-back wins over Portland. But still, Houston, a hard team to trust. Spurs on a 3-game winning streak here. Good little week for them. 4-1 against Houston. Houston just 5-15 in their last 20. Yeah, I don't want any part of this Rockets team. They've just been such a letdown. Give me Spurs spread and money line on the road. And then the last matchup, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Portland Trail Blazers. Thunder opening up as 2.5-point road favorites with the over-under at 221. The last 3 head-to-head, OKC 2-1, 2-1 covering the spread. The over just 0-3 in the last 3 matchups. The Thunder, yeah, still missing tons of people. Portland still missing tons of people. OKC just 1-9 in their last 10. Portland 2-8 in their last 10. This is just an ugly matchup. I kind of don't want really any part of it. OKC, they are 6-0 covering the spread. 5-2 covering against Portland. Portland just 1-4 covering. 1-7 in their last 8. Let's definitely stay away from. There's no money to be made in this. It's really a coin toss. I'm gonna take the home team, Portland, plus 2.5. Not in love with it, but just so many injuries on both sides. How can you really trust either team here? So yeah, staying away from this. And if I were to bet on it, I'd take a shot on the Blazers plus 2.5 at home. And that's gonna be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Monday. Hope you guys get some nice wins, and I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a good one.